Therapy Came Alive. Devine Evans. He's been in the music industry for over 15 years. He's also a 5-time Grammy Award-winning songwriter, producer, and music programmer. Can't even talk. So, Devine, you have a wonderful book that you just wrote. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the book is called The Diary of a Songwriter, and it's a book that features stories and experiences and advice from 121 up-and-coming women in music. And they're all discussing the sexual injustices and gender-based discrimination that they experience in the music industry. And
wow.
It's a story that was inspired by a story or experience that happened to my little play sister who was raped about a year and a half ago. And it kind of just made me think about, like how many women in my life matter and what all they go through. And I was wanting to kind of build a platform that, my daughter's future could stand on so that she would hopefully have a better experience in the industry if she chooses to get in. That's basically the concept, though.
That's very, very honorable, and I'm really sorry to hear that about your sister. Before we delve too much into the book, let's start first. How did you get involved in the music industry? I always like to find out how people get started in their careers.
Well, there's many different levels of starting. I think that the start that the world would recognize started for me when I met a 15-year-old rapper named Tina Reed, who was soon to be a member of a girl group signed to Left Eye from TLC. And Tina introduced me to Left Eye, and Left Eye was the first person who kind of took me and my production team on, and she was our manager. And she got a lot of doors open for us in the Atlanta area. I was in Atlanta at the time, and so I owe a lot of stuff to Lisa Lopez. And
oh wow,
that's like the main start. What kind of got me in all the right doors.
And you have a lot of different hats because you're a programmer, you're a songwriter. Any of those you prefer?
It kind of changes with the weather. Lately I've been more enjoying the production side of things, just like kind of overseeing like the development of something from point A to point Z, and so I've been really into production lately. There's some days where I wake up, really inspired to write. I guess it kind of depends on what day it is. I love music, so really, I enjoy all of it. It doesn't really make me a difference. Whatever hat I wear, it's always a pleasure to complete a job, whether it's a song or production or programming a concert or whatever the case may be. It's all the same to me. I love it all.
So that's an interesting thing. You love the music industry. So this discovery about the female discrimination and abuse, that must have really hit home for you. Must have really hurt.
Yeah, because I'm a father, I have daughters, and and I just I'm very mindful of how women are treated. It's like I've never in my life been the kind of person to disrespect anybody or try to take advantage of anybody. And when it comes to hearing some of the stories and the experiences of what some of my close friends are going to, it just kind of it seems like somebody needed to say something. And I know we're still the small fish, making a little noise, but hopefully if we make a big enough wave, the big fish will join on, and that's like our real goal, is to inspire other people to say something that's bigger than us. Maybe some people on a bigger platform can help us take it to another level.
Let's hope so. Let's see if we can do our job as well here to help you with that.
Thank you.
Now you have a lot of female singers in that book. You said how many do you have again on there?
It's 121.
Wow. Now they've all suffered some kind of discrimination or abuse of some sort.
Yeah, and it's crazy because we have 121, but to get the 121 that were willing to talk, we reached out to over 2,000.
2,000.
So,
wow.
We reached out to over 2,000 women in music, and a lot of them were just afraid to talk. They were afraid it would be harmful to their careers or their image or whatever the case may be. So the 121 that we have were the first ones that were willing to come forward, and it's kind of sad that any woman would feel that afraid to just share and experience the story, because even in the book we made sure we didn't do anything to drop names or make it a trash talking book. We try to keep it as tasteful and respectful as we can. to kind of show the role of women in music and in our family, combined, to show like the presence of our daughters, which we have like some really cool artwork in there that shows the role of daughters in our lives and our sisters and then our grandmothers. We try to show like different sides of it, so maybe some of the men who are willing to do this can kind of see that, the same treatment that they're applying to other women could be their daughters, their sisters, their mothers, and hopefully they'll think about how it would make their mothers or daughters feel if it was done to them. So,
absolutely. Let me ask you this. Without naming any names, did you have any big female stars that you contacted as well that you probably suspected this kind of thing happened?
No, I kind of stayed away from asking any big names for those kind of experiences. I do have big names that have supported the book and have given like positive messages and advice that are included in the book. But I didn't ask them to share any experience on their behalf. I kind of let them just give us more from the advice side and
Gotcha.
just to let the women know they're not alone out there and that they can stay strong and still make it in the music industry without sacrificing their integrity.
Is the music industry pretty big, or is it a pretty small group of people that people deal with?
Ironically, to me, it's pretty small because you have like millions and millions of people that are aspiring to do music, but it's like once you break a certain threshold, it's a really small industry. There's hardly anybody that doesn't know anybody. Whenever you make it to a certain point, you kind of know and see all of the same people all the time. So.
Absolutely. We're going to play. I think you work with Shion, correct?
Yeah, Shion is definitely one of the members of the book. Yeah, she's a part of the book, and her story was very inspiring and powerful. She had one of the most like jaw-dropping stories in there that I couldn't believe kind of what she experienced. But yeah, she's definitely a part of it.
We're going to put her newest song, Rise Up, in a little bit. I think it's after the interview or right after the commercial break. I think everybody will want to hear that. Once again, the book, a fabulous book, Sheet Music by Devine Evans. Fabulous book. I highly recommend it. It's a story that we must get out there. We got to help these individuals, these ladies who are unfortunately, actually, it's a funny thing. It's not a funny thing, but an odd thing is they really have to balance. They're trying to balance, like you said, their career at the same time trying not to get abused or discriminated against. And that's a tough challenge when your heart and passion is trying to become a famous singer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough challenge indeed. So, Devine, we got a couple minutes left to go here. What are any feedback you've been getting about the book?
Everybody that I've been talking to that's seen the book and has kind of experienced like the energy that's been created by it. Most people are really just in awe of the movement that's been started and the alignment of people. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that have all became a part of each other's lives just because of this one project. And now everybody's moving forward, and there's so much positive energy that we see amongst all the women and the men as well. Where everybody is very receptive to it. So I think that the best thing that I've seen is everybody loves what they're experiencing, and it's made everybody really close to each other. So
that's wonderful. That's the whole goal of it, really, is to try to stop this environment and try to make it a pleasant, a good, healthy environment for everybody involved, and an equitable environment where everybody's treated equally.
For sure.
So, Devine, one more question, actually a couple more questions before we go here. We have a few minutes left. I also wanted to discuss a little bit about that, I think of the event that you went to, the pre-Grammy event of the foundation. I thought that was wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, at that particular event, we launched the book. It was the release party for the book, but the book also comes with a full 10-song album that is performed by about 40 or 50 of the girls that are featured in the book. And that album is what we performed the concert for. We, from start to finish, we performed the entire album. So it was a spectacular event. To see like all the different genres of music all on one stage. It was really wonderful.
That is fabulous. And I want to make sure we tell everybody, I know we spoke yesterday on the phone. We love to get those songs on our show every day. We like to play one of the songs from the different people there and continue to promote your book and this philosophy, not philosophy, but this fight, this advocacy you have. The book, again, by Devine Evans, Sheet Music, The Diary of a Songwriter, a must-read please tell everybody about it. If you have any daughters or sisters or friends who are trying to get into the music industry, this might be a great book for them to read. Actually, I know it will be. So, Devine, what's coming up in your future now? What do you got cooking in the kitchen?
Yeah, right now, I mean, we're just now going to get ready to gear up for the, like a book tour to kind of do, more to get the word out on this. And then hopefully I'll be able to get back to creating music soon. That's really what I'm looking forward to the most. So.
Absolutely. I'm sure you're probably dying to get back into it. Thank you so much again, Devine Evans. There is his book right there, Sheet Music, The Diary of a Songwriter. It's a must-get. And we're going to get some of those songs, right, Devine?
Yes, sir. I'm going to send them to you soon.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. And where can we get more information about you?
You can go to DevineEvans.com, and everything is that you can, the book and everything else about me is right there.
DevineEvans.com. Thank you again so much, Devine, for being here. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
We wish you much success. Everybody, DevineEvans.com is where you want to go.